Greetings, Soulswind here, and welcome to Let's Play Stronghold HD. This time round, we are heading on to Mission 2, and we're still in the territory we have captured. Isn't that great? And yeah, I think that's all I have to say, so let's go. Mission 2, finishing the fort.
Day by day, the camp becomes more overwhelmed by the wolves, and their persistent howling robs the men of sleep. The situation is about to get out of hand when Lord Woolsack's scout returns. Soon afterwards, you are summoned into the command tent.
Sir Longarm has convinced me to give you another chance. We have found the remains of an abandoned stockade. Wolves plague this county every winter, so we need you to get the stockade back up to scratch quickly. Failure is not an option this time. Just keep your eyes peeled.
To ensure the safety of your men, you are required to renovate the abandoned stockade before winter is upon us again. Use your archers to kill off any wolves that threaten your peasants.
Okay, let's look at the hints. Strategy. Once wood and food production are set up, start enclosing your keep by joining the walls that already exist. When closing the keep, making your defensive walls straight will use less wood. In order for the complete castle objective to be achieved, the keep must be completely enclosed by walls. Hints. Click to reveal a hint. Make sure you don't have any gaps in the walls. The spacebar flattens your walls and allows you to look for weak spots. Archers are better off in a high position to fire at any attacking wolves. The best position for them is on the gatehouse. Very clear, very clean. But the spacebar tip is absolutely important. We'll be using the spacebar not just for this, but for other purposes as well, like looking behind buildings and basically checking for hidden enemies behind cliffs and things like that. Okay, next is the tutorial. As usual, it's gonna be a little bit long, so bear with me. Building walls. Walls are selected from the castle buildings category. When walls are selected, press and hold the left mouse button on the main display, then slowly drag the mouse. If you have enough wood or stone in your stockpile, the wall will appear in front of you. The wall will finally be placed only when the button is released. Walls can be built to any thickness, with thicker walls taking much longer to bash through than thinner ones. Wooden walls are cheaper to build than stone walls, but are much easier to knock down and do not allow soldiers to stand on them. When dragging to create walls, if any piece of the wall is not in a valid building location, the whole wall will turn red. Crenulated walls can be added to the front of your stone walls. Here, only wooden walls are available, so we will not talk about the crenulated walls yet. Wooden walls or palisades have got no area for defenders to stand on, and thus, wooden platforms are required to provide the high ground behind the palisades from which defenders can defend, and also functions as stairs. And therefore, the platforms, when connected to wooden gatehouses, provide additional access points to the top of the gatehouse. And next we have the wooden gatehouse. This simple wooden gatehouse will keep out the local wildlife along with some of the lesser enemy foot soldiers, but it is unlikely to stand up to a full-scale siege for long. Selecting it will bring up the gate panel, allowing you to open or close your gate. It will close automatically, however, should the enemy draw near. The wooden gatehouse comes with wooden platforms with stairs. The wooden platforms will be introduced in the next mission. Now there's something very weird and wrong with wooden gatehouses, or gatehouses in general. I'll talk about the wooden gatehouses for now. When the gates are open, Military units told to ascend the wooden gatehouse will walk into the gates, disappear, and appear on top of the gatehouse. Even if the wooden gatehouse comes with stairs, the units appear to ignore them. It's the same for exiting the gatehouses. However, if the gates are closed, the wooden gatehouse and future stone gatehouses behave differently. If the gates of the wooden gatehouses are closed, then military units told to ascend the gatehouse will take the stairs instead. If a gate is closed while a military unit is going through, it either gets through or gets blocked inside or outside. However, if it's a non-military unit, the peasant or worker may simply disappear. Well, the latter requires more testing though. Also, it is easy to add an opening to a line of wooden walls by adding a wooden gatehouse. Simply select to build the wooden gatehouse and overlap your cursor with the existing wooden wall. If the placement is allowed, the game will do the rest. However, do note that certain alignment of the front of the gatehouse with the wooden walls may cause certain problems. The exterior of the wooden gatehouse must be aligned flush with the wooden wall. Otherwise, the stairs of the wooden gatehouse may not appear. Archers. These are your standard long-range troops. Their lack of armor makes them one of the quickest units in the game, but in hand-to-hand combat, archers are virtually useless. They have a long firing range and are effective against units that don't wear metal armor. Requirements to build: bow. Archers are the best defensive unit that can almost help us win every mission if they're well positioned on a high defensive position and have a sizable number. They're very cheap to produce in both weapon cost and recruitment costs, and their great move speed means that they can be strategically repositioned conveniently. Controlling military units. You can select a single unit by left-clicking on it. To select a group of units, press and hold the left mouse button, then drag the pointer to create a box around them. When you release the mouse button, all of the units that were within the box will now become selected. When you have a unit selected, your pointer will change to the movement cursor. The green pointer means that you can move to a specific spot, while the red cross means that the area is inaccessible. Once you have the move cursor displayed, left-click and units will move to that destination. To attack the enemy, select a unit, then click on the enemy you wish to attack when you see the red attack pointer appear. Military units can overlap and stack upon each other, but when moved as a group, military units will spread out upon reaching their destination and, where possible, occupy one space per military unit. However, in some situations, it is possible to instruct another group of units to move to a location that is already occupied. The second group of units will then overlap whatever units that are already there. Asking military units to enter limited spaces can be tricky. Instructing a large group of units to garrison a keep, tower, or a gatehouse may cause some of the units to spill onto adjacent walls, stairs, or even the floors. If possible, instruct small groups of units to do the same. The units will then overlap each other as mentioned. However, note that this is tricky as it was observed that enemy ranged attacks seem to cause damage to all the stacked units. This requires more experimentation though. Military units in this game do not operate by the rock, paper, and scissors concept. They're simply progressively stronger and better, but more costly and sometimes slower in move speed. Using Shift to provide waypoints seems a little buggy, as it only works sometimes, mostly observed during very quick successive clicks for at least the first 2 to 3 clicks. Disbanding military units converts them back into peasants. However, all the resources consumed to enlist those military units are gone. Yep, that's it. There's a link here, granulated walls. We don't get to use it, so I'll not introduce it here, right? Yeah, that's all, I guess. So let's go ahead with the game.
Cite your granary,
game
sire.
speed down to 50. Oh wait, like I said, actually we should wait for the population to fill up first. So come on peasants, fill up. Alrighty, that's it. Now, where is the granary supposed to be at? It's mostly deer hunting, so let's just have the granary slightly further out here, because the deer is not going to go right into, you know, the rear portions of the keep. So let's just put this here. Oh wait, that's where... Okay, enemy is there. Indicated by the signpost, yes. The signpost is where the enemy comes from. Over here. Can you see that? Ah, yeah, okay. So enemies, they always come from there. Alright, let's site the granary. And I think that's all. And what we need to do is to have a lot of woodcutters. One. How much wood do we have? Not a lot. 3. Can we have 3 for now? How much food do we have?
Our granary stocks are growing,
Not
sire.
a lot of food, honestly. Yeah, I think I'll just have like what, 4 for now, and
Wood needed.
oh, yikes! No, that's not good. That's not good. Is this the end of the mission? Yikes! No, that's gonna be
Our
very
food
close.
stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Okay, what I can do is maybe a risk, like, you know, putting it on half rations as soon as my units of food drops to 15. So I've got 11 months supply. I think by 10 units this should be done. This one will be slightly slower, and this will be the fastest. Thankfully I built this first, so he'll be back by then.
Wood stocks are too low, sire. Our food stocks are dwindling.
Okay, I can take a little bit
my
of hit
liege.
on the popularity. Wait, what? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought 86 was smaller than 85 for
Wood
some
needed.
reason. Alrighty, so that's the first use of the spacebar. We'll put it very close to the granary, like that. And do we have enough peasants? We still have 2 more, right? 1 more. 2.
Wood stocks are
Oops.
too low, sire.
It's coming, it's coming. Okay. So far, so good. We have got a hovel, so let's... yeah, we can just put the hovel at the back. And more wood. We need a lot of them for our fortress. So let's just put more wood here. And we need to enclose the keep, right? The signpost indicates that enemies can spawn, but do they spawn? That's a different question. So now it's all about waiting for wood to arrive in our inventory. Oh, I can't just put some
Granary
more
stocks
over
are
here.
very low, sire.
Oh, the wolves are over there. They may attack. Oh,
Our food
it's
stocks
fine.
are
I mean,
dwindling,
I
my
didn't
liege.
change the ration.
Our
'Cause
granary
it's
stocks
not
are
so
growing,
bad.
sire.
Let's have a few more. Oh, no. What a waste. What a waste. Is this one? Okay, here and here. So as close as possible.
A message from your scribe. The wolves are on the prowl, sire.
Uh-oh. Can I have any more soldiers? No. They're coming. Can I block this place out?
Wolves are
a bit
attacking,
more?
my lord.
I need to enclose it, don't I? Okay, my archers are helping me. Okay, so now we have our first aggression, the wolves. Just want to note that some of the professions, such as
Warning,
hunters
your lordship.
and woodcutters, they can defend themselves. So the hunters have
No
bows, they can
taxes is
definitely
one
do
thing,
that.
but what about a small gift?
Yeah, okay. Oh, come on. I don't have money. Anyway, woodcutters, they have axes. So axe and bows, they can defend themselves. No problem at all. Can we just enclose the keep and just end the mission already? You know, it's just like that. I can just keep everything else outside like this. And that will end the mission, right? I think so. Once I release it, we'll know. Ta-da! Is that all? Oh wait, is that not? Oh, because the granary is outside, isn't it? Never mind. Let's just build a bit more. We got lots of wood anyway. Oh wait, what? Oh, okay, so that was
Victory.
it. It just took a bit of time to register as victory. It's okay. Alrighty, so we don't lose any soldiers. Like, we shouldn't lose any to the wolves because they should not be moved. And troops lost 0, yeah, of course. Playing level, no difficulty settings, 5 meat extra. Anyway, yep, that's our score there. And wood cutting, deer hunting, as usual.
Well, at least you can complete half a task.
Job well done. Now, our men are secure, and we can send a hunting party into the next county to eradicate the wolves for good.
I suppose it must be done, but we have to proceed with caution as that county is close to the enemy's border.
Well, of course I can complete a task. Anyways, I don't see our portrait here. Maybe something to add on is to allow us to upload our own portrait or select, but nah, that's not important actually. We don't have one, it's fine. And just before I end, mission 2. We are dealing with wolves already, shooting wolves already. And we start with wolves, right? We seem to end the whole campaign with wolves as well. Wow. So it's like some kind of foreshadowing, isn't it? Like, eventually you're going to end what you started. So, wolves, you know. Anyway, so we're going to another plot of neutral land. And yes, that's all I have for now. Have a nice day.